Hello and welcome back. I'm King Link, and today we're going to be doing the Humble Monthly Bundle wrap-up for September 2019. Now, fans of my channel might say, whoa, you only reviewed one game this month. And the fact is, yes I did. I honestly don't know what to do with Squad, and it's a good thing. This month has been kind of busy for me, but let's talk about both of these games, and I'll even do a small mini review for Squad here if you're that interested. First up this month is Slay the Spire, already on the screen, and this is a fantastic game. Honestly, I would probably have paid all $12 just for Slay the Spire, as that's half price for that game, but also admittedly, it's a perfect game for me. If you don't like this one, I get it. Now, this game is really a solid deck builder with a roguelite attached, and I went over that in my review if you're interested, but there's a lot more here. While I'm not a huge fan of how random it is, it also means every game is new and unique as you play through it, and there's a lot of interesting twists and challenges. I still make bad choices now and then, but that just makes me want to be better next time. And the challenge of Slay the Spire is also just right, I think. It seems really hard when you first play the game, but the base game is actually pretty easy once you've learned all the rules, systems, good strategies, and of course get a little lucky. And there's additional stuff that I won't talk about, but it will definitely increase your challenge, and trust me, if you think the basic game is simple, well, there's enough good stuff here to keep you coming back. I put in close to 30 hours here and I'm not done. But what does keep me coming back is just an absolute addictiveness of this game. This is my current drug. I mean, it has everything that's probably bad. The feeling of one more turn, one more enemy, even just one more game. And these are long games. I've had to do pictures and recordings and previews of just Slay the Spire. And honestly, I'll tell you, I don't remember the last time I said, I'll only work on this for 1 hour and actually hit that target. I've just blown every estimate. Like, the preview was supposed to be 30 minutes, I played 90 minutes. I spent 4 hours recording footage for my video instead of what should have been 2 hours. I just keep playing this game over and over, and it's good. That's a good sign in my opinion. I'll also say the mod support is terrific here. I really like that as well. If you somehow get bored of the base game, which I imagine people will after hundreds of hours, there's mods and there's more additions, and even if you already feel like you know everything in the game, someone's making something new for you. So I give Slay the Spire a very solid 4.5 out of 5, and I stand by that. Perhaps it could have been a 5. It's not perfect, that's what keeps it from there. But Slay the Spire is the first game. And here is Squad. Now, I'm going to make this start by walking through a field, because that's what I liked in this game. Admittedly, I do like shooters, but you see, I don't like Squad a lot. I think it's my most disliked game of this year. Well, okay, there's Rapture Rejects. Oh, Diaries of a Spaceport Janitor. Okay, so maybe it's not my least favorite, but I'm not a fan of Squad. But here's the thing, at the same time, I don't want to review it because I think it's unfair for me to say that. In Rapture Rejects and Diary of a Spaceport Janitor, there are specific things that I don't like, and I think I can point at and tell you why. I don't think anyone's going to say Rapture Rejects is a great game, especially with what was a dead player base when we got it. Diaries of a Spaceport Janitor has stuff I just don't like, but I can back them up by saying what it is and why it's bad. The issue is, I don't like Squad just because I'm not a fan of this genre, so my personal score in this case isn't relevant. As for the game itself, it's really solid from what I've seen. The command interface is extremely complex, probably too complex, but after running through a training course, after recording my initial preview, which I kind of think that should have been the first thing that the game suggested, I had a lot more confidence. I just didn't like any of the game. You see, Squad feels more like it expects a lot of communication, which it is. Obviously, it's a squad-based shooter, and it's also trying to kill players that are miles away instead of close quarters. This really isn't Call of Duty. It's not even really Battlefield. It's more Arma, I believe. The fact is, I haven't played Arma, and it's for the same reason. I'm not a fan of that genre. But the thing is, the communication in Squad is really solid. There's ways to talk to your squad leaders, your squad, and then local players if you want. I really like that voice over IP system. I think it's really well developed, and I think they nailed what it should have been in the game. And if you have a good team, it's going to definitely help you. Now, to me, though, my big issue with the game is it's going to be the gunplay. It always was going to be the gunplay. I'm not a huge fan of how far you can shoot and how accurate you are at the range. Admittedly, this isn't unrealistic, but I like running gun games, Doom, even Call of Duties outside of Black Ops 4, and this is just a completely different style of the game, but it's not one I enjoy. In addition, it is multiplayer only, and I'm not a huge multiplayer fan if you've never heard from me. I will play some, I will enjoy some, but I'm not the one guy who wants to go out and play the same game over and over. Now, there are tons of people out there that will enjoy this. I can't say it's bad, and that's why I can't give you my personal review of it. It's just something for people who will really like this realistic shooter. Um, you know, Kudos to that. My unofficial score for Squad is 3.5 out of 5. It could probably be a 4. I just don't know for sure. And that's why I'm calling it an unofficial. But if you do like the idea of what I'm talking about, even what I'm showing, $12 isn't bad for this. It is in early access. The people in the game are still quite active, at least they were at the beginning of this month. They talk, they use headsets, which, who does that? I mean, come on. And this is really impressive. The community here is also worthy of praise because they nailed it. And they're still playing this game like they're not screwing around. So that is actually what's going to be on tap for September. Now, does either of these games speak to you? If so, I mean, definitely grab this bundle. Half price for Slay the Spire is a great deal. Squad is normally like $40. It is in early access though, and I think that's a bit high for early access. But at $12, it's great. And as always, there's going to be more games coming very soon. As for the bundle itself, personally, I'm going to give it a high recommendation. Again, I'm obviously a fan of Slay the Spire. I can imagine people not liking either of these games, and for them, it probably won't work, but for the price, it's definitely worth it, even if you're just curious about these games. Otherwise, of course, stay tuned. We'll be talking about October's Humble Monthly Bundle with previews of that. I think it's about 2 weeks away, and reviews of those before long. We have a ton of other stuff coming up, and if you want my Slay the Spire review, I'll pop it up on the screen, as well as my previous Humble Monthly Bundle recaps if you're interested in those. And of course, you can always subscribe to me. It would mean a huge amount to me. And the fact is, I don't even know if it does much with YouTube anymore, other than just give me a little extra number. If so, thank you for subscribing. Otherwise, I understand. And of course, like or dislike this video as the mood hits you. Well, until next time, I'm King Link, and thank you for watching.